You guys ready to get a little spooky? Okay. I'm going to show you guys this, and I'm going to challenge your ability to believe what you're
据
seeing.
称，该中心主持 Tony Chu 具有神通，曾经协助信徒解决奇难杂症，因此海内外宗师朝拜时亲眼目睹4尊重达100公斤的释迦牟尼佛金身突然开口诵经、眨眼、呼吸等显灵现象。他们竞相拍录的短片上载网站，引起网民的注意，觉得非常不可思议。在信徒高福海的
This is another phenomenon called incorruptibles. This is my man Padre Pio. He was a real person who died in 1968, but his body refuses to decay. And I'm showing you some other bodies that have been dead. This body's been dead since 1665. This has been dead, she's been dead since 1727. Again, science does not have an explanation for incorruptibles. This is probably one of the most famous, Saint Bernadette. In 1978, how did Earth, Wind, and Fire know about pyramid ships? Have you guys ever seen a pyramid ship before? They exist. These ships have been seen all over the world, and many of these ships have loving beings from higher dimensions and worlds, and believe it or not, some of these ships have your ancestors. Some of them are even a future version of yourself. So do not be afraid. You may actually meet your own future self.
I did a meditation lying down on my bench in front of my altar with the Lord Thoth transducer and Galighticus holy oil on my third eye. Creator Cottontail was lit. My body has an interesting vibration as I type this. I see Lakshmi appear floating. Something in me wants to know why she's so important to Lord Thoth's journey as I ponder on the connection of the gods. There is a band of light bringers, way showers, a name sounding like Akahara came to me as I saw this disc of light. Lakshmi seemed to be one of those way showers. I wanted to know why my family saw a triangular-shaped UFO. It's been nagging at me for a few months. I see a vision of a jewel being chiseled by a man with an interesting kind of mask, almost like a metal ninja mask. After me and my brother and mother saw this UFO back in the late 80s, shortly after we were led on the path to learn about Kemetic sciences, West African culture, better nutrition, etc. Even though life still had its challenges, these newfound schools of thought always kept some sense of joy and light in the dark places and eventually led me to the place where I'd meet Tree Master many years later. So I am grateful for it all. The man with the metal mask reminded me of the alien figure that I saw in my Seven Lords Cottontail that I received from Galighticus. He had coarse hair. I get this sense that there is a power in his hair, and I am told that some force was trying to dim my light, so they had to put some light codes back in me so I can be found and kept on my path. I hear a voice tell me as I ask if Lord Thoth is my divine parent, something else that has been nagging at me to ask. I hear a voice say it's another aspect of him that hasn't been revealed yet on this timeline. That's why you feel confused about it. Then I see Sri Master put his hands on Diamond Reiki position over my heart. I hear him say something that's personal I don't want to share about my life, but it made me cry because it was reassuring me that I am okay. I see a face that looks like Odin as he's holding his staff before the meditation ended. How blessed are we to have access to these modalities that give us this insight? Keep exploring, family. Much love and respect to you all. Hashtag Galighticus.
So another thing that will help you, how many of you have a functioning altar in your home that you're making offerings to every day? Not a lot of you guys. This is why a lot of you have problems with your finances. And one of the things that I teach my students is that a lot of people say, why does Sri Master Gano always talk about abundance? And it is because you are not really free to work on your spirituality and become someone who is practicing and reaching your power if you have to worry about and be concerned about where you're going to live tomorrow, or how you're going to pay your rent or your mortgage, or you won't be able to do things because you're locked into a job, which is another form of enslavement for a lot of people. So by having an altar in your home that you are making offerings to, every single one of you in this room has 2 sets of lineages that are waiting for you to call them into the action of giving you some kind of power within your life. And if you're not giving them the license to do that, you will be like a leaf blowing in the wind. The tree has a very vast networks of roots. Sometimes the tree has roots that go out into the street. That's the same thing that most people who are making offerings to their ancestors have. If you don't have an altar in your home, you are like a tree that is going to fall through the circumstance of mal weather. This apple sat on my altar, this was years ago, for 5 months. And when I saw that it wasn't decaying, I took a piece of the apple and I sliced it and I digested some of that power. And it was me putting fifth dimensional energy into my body. And it's something also that will enhance your life to a grand degree if you are willing to have an altar in your home. Who controls the force of the miracle? Why do miracles occur spontaneously? Is it possible to be able to produce one? And do miracles come from God, meaning the Creator? Do miracles come from the gods, meaning plurality? These are all questions that I pose to you to challenge you to think on a different aperture of your consciousness. This is a saying that comes from Lord Thoth. And it says, when earthlings fully embrace the spiritual laws of creation, the world of limitation and delusion will instantly fall away. The brilliance of the eternal will reveal itself swiftly. So enlightenment in history, there have been communities and civilizations that pursued enlightenment because they knew the value of all that it brings. People who are in pursuit of enlightenment have a very different outlook and therefore relationship with material reality, which is plain life on earth. So let's look at a few examples of what that may look like. Also, when we talk about the gods are not earthlings. The gods are thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, and some of them are actually billions of years beyond the creation of even this planet. And they are not to be disrespected. A lot of people on YouTube that I see that for some arrogant reason, they post themselves above the gods, or they make themselves synonymous with the gods, or they say that the gods don't exist. If the gods did not exist, we could not exist. How many of you disbelieve that? Raise your hand. There's only one person that disbelieves that. You, sir, are an anomaly. All right? So this is how a lot of the gods view humans who are living on planet Earth. Look at this diagram. And this is people who are unactivated. This is what they kind of face. Why? Many reasons for that. And when we talk about exalted beings, gods are not the only ones who are exalted in the universe. There are angels, there are galactics, there are eternals, celestials. There are many different kinds of gods and dragons, codons, and they all have intelligence that would be staggering. They are beyond the laws of karma. They create worlds within seconds. They own their own energy source. They can create their own time laws, realities, and kingdoms. And they have devotees on most sentient planets throughout the absolutum. How many of you know what the absolutum means? It is another name for the omniverse. Hi, I am Sri Master Gano Grills for Galighticus, and I started out just like you. I attended church for many years. I made zakat, I prayed, meditated, done ritual, countless rituals, countless books I've read about spirituality. I've watched lots of videos, have attended many different spiritual classes, workshops, and symposiums. In fact, I have learned that the spiritual world is magnificently endless with wonder to behold. Humanity has not been told the entire truth about who we really are, why we are here, and how to get further along into a far greater reality now. The Galighticus community has the world's largest database of verifiable testimonies that validate our teachings, practices, beliefs, and artifacts from people all around the world, just like you. What are these seminars about? Great question. What forms the basis of the topics that are taught in the seminars are comprised of the hundreds of questions that we get through email and all across our social media platforms. Getting the most out of spiritual practices to elevate you far beyond where you've ever been in all areas of your life. Growing beyond the need for religion into true divinity. Discovering and maximizing life's purpose through proper teachings, application, and ritual that garner positive results. Discovering the wonder and purpose of how to utilize the energy of your divine parents. I invite you to attend our upcoming seminar weekend, August 30th through September 1st. You will learn so much. And what you learn will bring your life closer into how it was originally intended to be from your spirit guides and your divine parents. Please visit events.Galighticus.com and register today. Don't let the spirit of lack hold you back. You are worthy and you do deserve this. And lastly, beliefs do evolve. It doesn't matter if you are a Christian, Muslim, Ifa, or Kemetic priestess, or if you believe in the Anunnaki and Atlantis, Galighticus has something for you. I am Sri Master Gano Grills. See you soon. Namaste.